Hi everyone, my name is Dame Chinishin Naol. Our topic is all about factoring polynomials. What is mean by factoring polynomials? Factoring a polynomial is expressing the polynomial as a product of two or more factors. It is somewhat that reverse process of multiplying. To factor polynomials, we generally make use of the following properties or identities, as long with another more techniques.
Hello everyone, I am Cassie and I'll be discussing all about the classification of polynomials by terms and degree. First, we have the polynomials based on the number of terms. First, we have monomial, comes from mono meaning one. A polynomial with only one term, no matter how big the exponent is, if there's only one term, it's a monomial. Example, we have 5x and down there is negative 3a squared. Second, we have binomial. Bi means two, a polynomial with two terms. An example of x plus 2, 3y squared minus 4. And thirdly, we have trinomial. Tri means 3, a polynomial with three terms. An example of x squared plus 3x plus 2, 5a minus b plus 6, 2b squared plus 4a minus 9. And lastly, we have polynomial. Poly means many. A polynomial with four or more terms is often called a polynomial or multinomial. An example of x plus 2x squared minus 7x plus 4, which has 4 terms, and 5 squared minus 3a plus b plus 9a minus x, which has 5 terms. Now moving on, based on the degree of the polynomials, first we have zero polynomials. Polynomials where all coefficients are zero, its degree is not defined. Second, we have constant polynomial, a polynomial with no variable, the degree is always zero. Thirdly, we have polynomial named linear polynomial where the highest exponent of the variable is 1. Next is quadratic polynomial, a polynomial where the highest exponent of the variable is only 2. Now moving on to cubic polynomial, a polynomial where the highest exponent of the variable is 3. Now next, quadratic polynomial, a polynomial where the highest exponent of the variable is 4. Quintic polynomial, a polynomial where the highest exponent of the variable is 5. Now lastly, we have higher degree polynomials, degree 6 or and above. A polynomial with 6 degree or more have special names like sextic, septic, octic, and more, are simply called higher degree polynomials. And here we have an example of each degree of the polynomials from constant, linear, quadratic, cubic, quadratic, quintic, sextic, heptic, octic, nontic, and dectic. And that will.
Hello everyone, welcome to our video presentation vlog, and now we will discuss all about factors of polynomial. Polynomial function. A polynomial is a function of the form p of x is equals to a sub n times x to the power of n plus a sub n minus 1 times x to the power of n minus 1 plus a sub n minus 2 times x to the power of n minus 2 and a sub 1 x plus a sub 0 to a sub n is not equal to 0. The next question, guys, we will talk about the terms of the polynomials. Polynomial is a combination of many terms joined by positive and negative. For example, 3x squared plus x minus 5. This is considered as polynomials because it contains positive and negative. And let's move on for the specific names of polynomial. There are so many names of polynomials. let's move on to the next topic, which is the specific names for polynomials. Monomial. Monomial if it is considered as one term. For example, this is not this one. For example, 2x squared, because isa ra siya. This term is only one, and the word mono means one. Next is the binomials. Binomial means two terms. 2x squared plus 3x. Bi means two, and that's why our terms is 2x squared plus 3x. Trinomial, in the word tri, means 3, which is, we can write it as 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. And the last one, polynomials, which is we can like call something polynomial if it has more than 3 terms. For example, 3x to the power of 4 plus 3x cubed plus minus 4x cubed, or x to the power of 3 minus cube ba siya? Sorry. Balik. 3, for example, sa polynomials nato is 3x to the power of 4 plus 3x cubed minus 4x squared plus x minus 5. Makakonsider na to ini siya ng polynomials because joy ija plus positive and negative. And also, makalaw na to siya na polynomials kay more than 3 terms na siya. So, we can consider this as a polynomials. Next, we will explain how polynomial works. And now, I will explain the arrangement of the polynomial terms. For example, this is my example, guys. 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 2x plus 7 equals to 0. You can see, guys, that the exponent decreases from 5, 2, and the invisible one to 0, which means that the highest power present here in this polynomial is 3x cubed, which is the degree of the polynomials, which is ang pinaka mataas na degree sa polynomial terms na aking pinakita dito. This is the highest power present. Ang second is the second degree polynomial or ang quadratic polynomial. The third one is the third degree polynomial or cubic polynomial. And this last and so on, we can say that this is the nth term degree of the polynomial. This is the example, guys. Na ang exponent ng polynomial is decreases hanggang mag-0 ang each term, like this one. May ini ang variable number and the variable. Amoy ni ang exponent. This is the exponent, guys. For example, number 1, write the given polynomial function in standard form. Ato dumdumon na ang polynomial is dapat magkasunod to the highest to the lowest degree of terms or ang ija variable. For example, x of
P of x is equals to 5x cubed minus 14x minus 4 plus 4x to the power of 4 minus x squared. Sa nabantayan nato guys, diri is we find the highest term to the lowest term. For example, this is the answer. P of x is equals to x to the power of 4 because ini ang pinaka-highest, plus 5x cube kay ang second, x squared kay sunod man siya guys, minus 14x minus 4. Ato tandaan na the highest point or the highest degree is always dyaon sa pinaka first, and mo decrease si dya hantod sa 0 ang variable, which is waya na x, waya na kay 0 na mga variables. Always remember na ang pinaka-importante is to know ang power of the variable. Example, this one. And the next example is
Number 1. So, ang given natin ay 3a squared plus 9ab. So, sa given natin, kung napapansin nyo, meron common monomial factor. Yung given, so yun yung gamitin natin, ipa-factor out natin siya using common monomial factor. So, first, sa numbers 3 and 9, saan ba pwede i-divide ang 3 and 9? So, so, ano yung common sa kanila? Ano yung common sa kanila? So, that's 3. So, isusulat natin 3. And then, sa letters, anong common sa dalawang terms natin? That's letter A. So, ito yung common monomial natin. Ilalabas natin siya sa pag sinabi nating ilalabas, nasa labas ng parenthesis. And then, i-divide natin isa-isa yung terms by our monomial factor. So, 3a squared divided by a ay 3a. So, 3 tsaka si 3 makakancel out. Makakancel out. 3a squared, that's equal to 1. May dalawang a sa taas, may isang a sa baba. So, pag kinancel ko to, may matitirang a sa taas. So, therefore, this is a. 9ab divided by 3a. So, 9 divided by 3 is 3. Ang a sa baba at ang a sa taas at ang a sa baba ika-cancel out natin. So, ang matitirang variable or letter is B. So, therefore, ang sagot natin sa number 1A is 3A times A plus 3B.
So guys, let's talk about factoring polynomials. We have a given here, number 1. 3 times
a plus b plus x times a plus b. So you will notice here in our given, there is a common a plus b. So therefore, we will write that as 1. So we have here a plus b. So if we take a plus b here and then a plus b here, we'll be left in the first term. When we take a plus b, we will be left with 3. So we write here 3 plus, here will be left, and the second, if we remove a plus b because it is already here, will be left is x. So this is factoring by group, and our answer for this given is a plus b times 3 plus x. Let's proceed to number 2. So our given is 16a squared minus 25b squared. If you notice, first, the numbers are perfect squares. That means you can take the square root and then the variables are both squared. So therefore, when we calculate that is difference of two squares. The steps are to take the square root of the first term, which is 16. So what is the number that when multiplied by itself will give 16? So it's 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And then a squared, separate a and a. And then 1 plus 1 minus. Next, take the square root of the second term, which is 5b and 5b. So our answer is 4a plus b and 4a minus b. This is our answer for our second given number.
Okay, factoring polynomials. Una, hanapin natin yung greatest common factor ng 15 and 20. Ang GCF ng 15 and 20 ay may parehang 5. Lagay natin 5. The GCF ng a squared at a ay a. So ilalagay natin ang a. So ang GCF ay a ay 5a. Ngayon, i-divide natin each term by the GCF. 15a squared divide 5a. 15 a squared divide 5a. So 15 divide a is 3. Cancel out, cancel. At meron pang natitirang a. So 3a. So ilalagay natin dito 3a plus, so divide natin each term ang 20a divide 5. 20a divide 5. 5a. 20 divide 5 is 4. Cancel a. So, ang nilalagay natin dito ay 4. So, here is the final answer.
Hello everyone, we are solving polynomial fraction. The problem is if f of x equals 2x squared plus 3x minus 5, find f of 2. Step 1. The first step is to copy the problem. This is set f of x equals 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. Set. After writing the problem, we're gonna proceed on step 2. So, we are gonna substitute the x to 2. So, f times 2 equals 2, open parenthesis, 2 squared plus 3 times 2 minus 5. Just like I said, we are gonna substitute the x to 2. So we are placing this x into 2. Let's proceed on step 3. 2 squared equals 4. So f times 2 equals 2 times 4 plus 3 times 2 minus 5. 2 times 4 minus 8, and 3 times 2 equals 6, because this is how we multiply 3 times 2 equals 6. We solve the first term and the last term. So it becomes times 2 equals 8 plus 6 minus 5. And it becomes 8 plus 6 equals 14. And 14 minus 5 equals 9. We bring down the minus 5 into 14 minus 5. So it becomes equals 9. So the final answer is f times 2 equals 9. I hope you understand of how I solve the polynomial function.